Hello, folks. Welcome back. For those who are new, my name is Kat, and and I do illustrations. Um, so for tonight, I'm doing something a bit different. Um, Usually I go and read a story and then draw the image from that story. Well, tonight I'm doing, as I said, something different, and it is just a free draw. I have been doing a lot more of them lately. My deepest apologies to my regular viewers. I promise I'll get those all done. I promise, I promise. I know you don't believe me, but I promise. So today I kind of wanted to go over a different painting program or another illustration program. As most of you know, I usually go and use Sketchbook Pro. It's $20. It's super cheap. You don't really actually have to buy Sketchbook Pro in order to use Sketchbook. Sketchbook itself is a really cheap program that has a really good basic painting program. It's a really good basic painting program that's free. Highly recommend it if you're on a budget or if you just happen to have a phone and not have real tablets or anything like that. I've seen some really amazing artwork come out of there. For me, it's a little bit too small. Not you. I'm more of a traditional painter, so when I come across um or whenever I'm forced to go and work on that much smaller scale, I respond very much in kind to that. So, anyways, today I am working on Rebel 5. I got it through Humble Bundle. If you have never used Humble Bundle or have never heard of it, I will definitely create a link in the description for it. It is super awesome, and it goes to a really good cause. The thing about Humble Bundle is the fact that they regularly have different items for sale, and they change out how often they're on sale. And the reason why it's called bundle is because you get a bunch of different stuff at one time. Neverwinter Nights, which if you guys go and watch my Saturday streams, you will definitely see that I have a lot my Neverwinter Nights game came from one of those bundles, and I think I could be wrong, but I think as of right now they still have that bundle. Beamdog is the publisher, one of the publishers. I think they still have that sale going on right now. You can get a bunch of really cool older games like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 included in that bundle. But this particular bundle was done by Escape Motion. They had Rebel along with several other programs and extra, for lack of a better word, things. The canvas I use here is the hot press. This is one of those that they had as a part of their extras. There's hot presses usually used for watercolor. So there's quite a few different types of canvases that you can have. I personally prefer using the hot press and using some sort of gray. I prefer the darker ones because I like coming from a dark to a light versus from a light to a dark. Another really cool thing about this is that Rebel, even their basic programming, actually has a time-lapse recording, which is really, really cool. And the time-lapse can actually adjust to how long you are working versus just trying to compress and compress, compress. I will say that even a basic, which this one is, even a basic Rebel program, you definitely need to have a high-end graphics, because this thing has so much background programming in it that it is insane. It is absolutely insane. So, um, oh no, don't look at my stuff. No. Here we are. Okay. So, one of the cool things about this is that you can bring in a bunch of references. Um, and they'll just pop right up to your side. Or if you want, you can bring it in right here, right into your image. I don't necessarily recommend doing that unless you are tracing, which I may end up doing. And as you can see, I brought both of these in here. So that one is there. And I can go and open these as much or as little as I want, which is super nice. Downside is that they don't really have a as nice of a wide range of color palettes as I would like, but that's okay. That's just my personal feelings about it. So, um, I will definitely say that the responsiveness of their program is absolutely fantastic. And when I get the chance, I will probably be upgrading to, I think they're still on number 7 of their programs. Um, like I said, this is Rebel 5, and I think the one that that is their latest is Rebel 7, which, to be fair, is really freaking cool. And if you don't think so, you definitely need to go and have a try out. If you are a traditional painter or you prefer traditional painting and you don't, and you're really, really not interested in doing too much of adjustment to digital painting, Rebel honestly is the program for you. I know that sounds very, very silly, but it most assuredly is. Um, because the way it interacts is fantastic. One of my biggest problems with most digital paintings or digital painting programs is that they use what I call the rubbing method. Um, there is another term for it, but I don't know it off the top of my head. And right now, my brain has been glitching, and I apologize for that. Um, a lot in the background, like whenever I'm not, you know, doing vids and everything, a lot of stuff goes on in the background of my life where I'm constantly having things going on. Um, which isn't necessarily bad. It's not necessarily good either. So, but uh, like I said, if you are a traditional painter, I highly recommend, or a traditional artist, I highly recommend Rebel. Um, it's just that much better than almost any other painting program out there. And it reacts like a painting program. Or it doesn't react like a painting program. It reacts like actual painting. And and I'm hoping that once I can probably go and do the background. Um yeah, I can probably go and do this area to kind of give you a good idea of what it looks like. I'll be using the gouache brushes for this. Um, This is not as deep as I want it to be. And there we go. Okay. Let's actually bring that down here. No. Um, if you have any questions about this program, I will do my best to answer them when I can, or when I get your questions. Not necessarily when I can, but when I get your questions, I will do my best to answer them. Because, like I said, this is a really, really powerful program, and you really do need you. So I am going to end up showing my age again. Um, Ever since gaming PCs actually became widely available, and you didn't just have to go and make your own, I have always been a huge proponent for artists and anyone who wants to get into the creative industries to having a gaming computer. And I think most artists will definitely agree with that, and not simply because it's a gaming rig. We can go and have all the happy juice time, aka dopamine. Um, but because the gaming computers are actually rigged, so then most of um, most of the how do I say this? Um, they're graphics focused because gaming rigs are very, very heavily graphics focused, which most standard um, PCs are not. Like office PCs, unless your office is at a gaming game company, most of those computers are not going to have high-end graphics. If you have Apple, Apple has very beautiful graphics. I don't dislike Apple. I dislike Apple's price tag. Um, so that is certainly a thing. Um, I have a great dislike for Apple's price tags because, yeah, yeah. Their displays, however, are fantastic. 100% fantastic. That's not what I wanted to do. Um, uh, but for something like this, it's actually you legitimately need a dedicated gaming computer in order to run this. Like not even joking. It is absolutely insane how much power this program takes. And I know it doesn't look like it takes much. And in some ways it doesn't. Ah, bugger. No, I don't think I want that. Oops. Oh, no, it's fine. Whoops. I did that one a little too high. Okie dokie. Ah! Okie dokie. There we go. Oh my. Sorry, I'm about ready to yawn. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of painting on here. And this will really kind of show um, why uh, why this is such a big thing. No. Yeah. So we'll go with this one. Okie dokie. I'm going to start with something a little bit paler. So I am using the watercolor brush with gouache on it. Ah. I will say the only thing that annoys me about this program is that it doesn't make the brushes go very big. And I've seen some large brushes. That's like my only critique of this particular one. I don't know. I can't say anything about the other one. But of this one, I feel like the brushes aren't very big. And there could be a reason for that. Like the max size of the brushes are not very much bigger than what I had it earlier whenever I was painting a majority of this piece. It also has a really nice autosave feature. Again, if my graphics was better, it would be something different, but it's not. So right now, all I'm doing is just blending this. And I'm trying to emulate some of the shadowing that's on here. And dirt. Dirt's a big thing. So this isn't going to be a very clean piece, which is one reason why on all of this, or why on this, I haven't been I'm not like being particularly like getting everything a solid color like you see with a lot of paintings. I will say that the only thing that this has over traditional painting is the fact that, oh, I did the wrong one. Fucker. Gotta go and erase that one again. Is the only reason why I like the traditional painting. Or, I, unfortunately, have lost what I was going to say. Go me. Oh, you can erase stuff easily. That's about the only good thing. The only real advantage that this has over traditional painting. So, it's a lot of fun. Okay. So, because I'm not using a lot of water, water, uh, it's going to be a little bit harder to see the effects. But currently, there is a lot of effects going on right now. May not look like it, but there is. So, like, if you watch over here, you'll see some changes. They're really, really slow changes. I'm not touching, my pen is literally not touching this. But if you look here, you can kind of see how that is changing color. Like I said, it's very, very slow because I'm not using a lot of water. Well, that's cool. Yeah, there's lots of things I don't know that my tablet or that my program can do. Mostly because I haven't sat here and played with it a whole bunch. So woot, it looks like a chair. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sorry, folks. Just all yawny. Anyways. Oh, those feet are really need to be redone. So, that's not what I wanted. Lovely. Don't hit me, man. Okay, so, there we go. So a friend of mine, who watches this, asked me to go and ensure that I was being a good human and being a good human and using references. And I promised them I would. So here we are. Now, even though I am most definitely even though I am most definitely like all for the I'll worry about that in a minute. Definitely all for the whole painterly aspect of this. It's really nice because it also has a less than painterly aspect to it. You know, it's still a program, which is super nice. Woot. Okay. Oh my. Control Z. Oh my. Woot. I have yet to figure out all the nuances for this program, not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think I've got it figured out. Woot! Alright, this aspect's gonna take a long time. Sorry, folks. I tend to get really buried in details. Hmm. Alright, I'll just worry about it. I can't go and control. I can't go and delete that because I like it too much. Oh my goodness. Oh. Energy drinks don't do anything for me before you go and say I need to chug one. It is an unfortunate aspect of being not neurotypical. And I have not recently been formally diagnosed. That makes sense. I'm sure that more than a few people out there completely understand, but yeah. So what I'm trying to go for here is doing these like little filigrees and stuff in the background. That's not their correct name. But um now I'm thinking maybe I should go and do the bright, well, I say bright, but the giant centerpieces of the flowers because that actually seems like it would be a good idea. Yeah? I think so too. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna end up falling asleep here, folks. I may have to I may have to go and cut the stream early, and I'm so sorry if that be the case. It'll only be like 10 minutes, maybe. 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 Maybe it would be 10 minutes. I am so sorry. Okay. So, there we go. But I definitely like how this brush is reacting, so I'm gonna end up using it for this. Mm. Mm. Get it? Okay, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and redo this one. This color is not doing what I want it to do. Okay, I'd believe that. Kind of. Huh. Okie dokie doke. Hmm. By the way, anyone who is or might go and say, "What? Well, why aren't you doing things like super fast or anything?" It's because while I have many years of art skills, my art skills have not yet translated to speed. Let me rephrase that. While I have many years painting and drawing and all that, I've yet to get to the point where I can paint very quickly, very accurately. Mostly it's the very accurately. I can paint very quickly, but I've yet to master the whole painting very accurately. Anyone can paint very quickly. It's the whole very accurately part that really catches people. That's the other thing with this type of painting is that if you hit a button, sometimes it does things that you don't want it to do. I was working on something today at work and I hit the wrong button combination and my entire background disappeared just out of nowhere. I was like, okay, let's go and find that color combination. Color combination. Yep, I'm doing super special awesome right now. Ah, but that's okay. That's okay. It'll be okay. It's gonna be okay. I don't think I did that right. Music wise, we can ignore my how I'm drawing. Kind of. Hopefully. Hopefully we can. I don't know. Nope. I do not like that. That's not the button I pushed, bro. Ah, gotta love color theory. Color theory. Color theory. Same color, just lots of different undertones. Woot! So, there is this thing in painting. Don't read too much into this. There is this thing in painting where everything goes through phases. There is the this is awesome. This is hard. This is terrible. I'm terrible. This might be okay. This is awesome. It's a terrible, terrible cycle. And if you ever want to be an artist, you are going to go through this cycle ad nauseum. And you're going to be like, why do I do this to myself? And the thing is, the terrible part of this is that you won't just go through it with each and every painting. You'll go through it each and every day you work on said painting. I'm sure, and I know I keep saying painting. Uh, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like this has been doing a really, really good job of showing the watercolor at, or like what this program can really, really do. So I am going to, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open up another, uh, I'm gonna go ahead and open up a new painting. And just to kind of show what this can actually be like. So my tilt's already on, yeah? Okay. And I've got my water up to 100. Probably would also help if I switched back over to watercolor. Gouache is thicker than watercolor, so it paints differently and it reacts differently. Oh, I didn't move that up to 100. Woot. And then let's get in some of this really, really obnoxious yellow. Then we blend these together. Never, whoops, that's definitely not. Here we go. So, oh gosh, why are you going down that far? You can actually see this on a pixel level, how these changes happen. Oh yeah, there it is. It's more pink way up here. If I left it alone for a few minutes, or if I made the tilt really, really bad, Why are you acting like you're drying super fast? You shouldn't be. But in some places, you can see how it does do stuff, I promise. Just surprised that it's taking so long for it to do stuff. Usually it doesn't take this long. And it could be because I've got a bunch of other programs open up right now. Like I said, this thing will absolutely wreck anything that is not a gaming computer, and the higher the gaming computer, the better it's going to be. Um, because it requires complex graphics in order to render out these canvases, these layers. So what I just did is I turned on wet things are wet. So that way you can actually see. So if I move this out here, and you can sort of see how that goes. Seriously is acting very odd. Of course, that would be what it does tonight. Oh, there we go. Hey, there it is. Were you on pause, bro? See, I told you it was being weird. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Like, this is how it's supposed to be reacting. And this is why it ends up taking a lot of that. And it can do it in not quite real time, but close enough. Don't worry, if you want to do this with oil, they've also got oil style. Oh, excuse me. I really, really don't like my stuff to be super oily. So, but blends the stuff out really, really well. Like I said, it's a really good painting program if you are a traditional painter. It just takes a little while to get used to. I still don't know why it wasn't reacting the way it should have been. Anyways, folks, well, okie dokie. I hope that you enjoyed today's session and today's chat. And I hope that I showed you something different, something new. Um, and I hope that y'all are safe, and I hope to see you next time. Have a good night, y'all.